Ba-ding! Hey everyone, my name is Marcus Stewart, and here's what I'm playing. Streets of Rage 4. Yes, the fourth Streets of Rage game after decades of, in hibernation and kind of a couple years or so of waiting for this game. It is out as of April 30th on basically everything: PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, I believe Switch, probably? But yeah, I'm gonna play a bit of it. So this is the Xbox One version. It's on Game Pass, or if you are subscribers to that, then you have this game. I've been playing it the past few days on Steam, and I haven't finished it, but I am pretty deep in it. But I'm gonna start a new game here on Xbox, and yeah, I love this game. I've been having a great time with it. As you can see, we've got four characters. We've got Axel and Blaze, the two classics from the original series, and then two newcomers, Cherry, who was the daughter of Adam from the original Streets of Rage games, and then we got Floyd, who's basically Jax. Like, he's got Jax arms. If you play as him, he even has like a gotcha grab where he like shoots his arm extends like Bionic Commando, and he grabs people, and he straight up says gotcha. So that's there. I'm going to go with Cherry because I've been liking her maybe the most, but they're all pretty fun to play. So here we go. 10 years passed since the fall of Mr. X and his syndicate. Not Resident Evil 2 Mr. X. This is a different Mr. X. Or maybe, what if they are the same person? What if Mr. X, like, because Streets of Rage, the series, predates Resident Evil, so what if Mr. X died? Like, the good guys beat him, and then Umbrella swooped in, took his dead body, and then turned him into the Mr. X of Resident Evil 2. Maybe there is some lineage there. So the music is, it's good here. You'll see when the first stage starts, because I think I'm just gonna play through the first stage for this video. So we're starting in the streets, which is appropriate. Streets of Rage takes place in the streets. Who would have thought? Sorry, I didn't want to say anything. I just wanted to let that music kind of sink in a bit. So yeah, this, as you can see, beautiful game. Like, really great kind of like comic book art style. And the music, so it's got the original composers from Streets of Rage 2, though it kind of has like a murderer's row of composers that all contributed tracks to it. But the two main composers that did the original Streets of Rage games, mainly Streets of Rage 2, which in my opinion has one of the greatest soundtracks ever, came back to do this game, and it's better for it. Like, I love the soundtrack for this game. And yeah, I'm a big Streets of Rage fan. I grew up with 2 specifically on the Genesis. My brother and I used to play it all the time, so I used to obsess over that game. And, I like 1 and 3 decent enough, but I played those, like, later on. But 2 was the game that I think a lot of people agree is kind of the height of the series. So this game kind of, like, it feels like what I wanted, like a modern remake of Streets of Rage 2. Oops, got hit by those annoying knife guys who are staple of the old Streets of Rage games, who remind me of Tonberries from Final Fantasy, now that I think about it. They kind of, come at you with a little knife. So, classic brawler, you go around and beat people up, you do this, but there's a lot of depth to the moves, so I could probably bring it up here, but if you see the fighting, like, you got your basic attacks there, but then look at this, like, you got all these little, almost like fighting game-ish combos where, you got your blitz move, back attack, different combinations, like in the original games, using your special. So that's Cherry special, uses her guitar. She's like Elias from WWE, or Jeff Jarrett, or Honky Tonk Man, depending on what era you watch. Using your special, you only had 1 in the original games, where in Streets of Rage 4, you have 3 versions of it, depending on what direction you use. So if you hold Y and forward, you do the forward special, which is what I just did, but if you just hold Y, you get a special that's kind of good for like area effect, like it's a good crowd control special, and I just died. But then you also have a jumping version of it, like that. So you can punch, you can grab people, you can grapple. Oh, she wouldn't let me do it. Oh, hold on. So you can flip on top. So as you can see, anyone that's a Streets of Rage 2 fan remembers Skate, and she pretty much occupies the role that Skate played, Cherry, I mean, and that she's kind of the fastest and most combo heavy, but probably the weakest. But she has the same grapple that Skate did in Streets of Rage 2. So that's not to say Skate isn't in this game, because this game, on top of the 4 characters that are here, you unlock some of the previous characters in the other games. Like on the Steam version that I've been playing, I unlocked Adam. And I'm pretty sure Skate is in this game to unlock. But yeah, like, you know, the thing with Brawl is that they're very button mashy, but I think this game is the least button mashy. Because of, like, the way you can string combos together and specials, you can knock people in the air and juggle them for a bit. And then you have this, like, back attack that, let me see if I can, like that. So if it's much easier to manage crowds because of that back attack, because it's like that. Someone comes behind you, it's just a separate button. And everyone has their own version of a back attack. She has a kick, Axel has, like, a straight-up backhand. But, you know, it was very easy to get surrounded in the other games, especially if you're playing by yourself. But I think that addition and a lot of the just the expanded moveset in general makes this a much more fun to play game to play by yourself, because you're kind of spending time figuring out different movesets. So that was my run attack, so the characters can run, and she's got like a jumping, like, multi-knee hit there. And then you see you can combo it like that with your other attacks. So you got the same weapons as Streets of Rage, like pipes, knives. So one of the coolest things is what I just did, and I got an achievement for, is that you can throw the weapons and catch them in midair and keep continuing your attack. So I've done things where, like, in the Steam version, I've been, like, throwing weapons like the pipe, nailing a person, catching it, and then using it to hit someone else that's nearby, and that feels super good, and it's very easy to pull off. Get them away from me. Oh, right into the thing, too. Look at that. See that? And this guy gets hit. I only wish that they kept the same sound effect for the pipe as it did in Streets of Rage 2, because I love anyone that remembers Streets of Rage 2, the pipe sound effect when you hit someone, it sounded like a baseball bat hitting a ball, or like just a bone cracking. Like, it was really impactful. Here, the sound isn't quite the same, which is a shame, because a lot of the classic sound effects are in this game, like the same power-ups, like sound when you pick up a food item, when you get a star, it's the same sound effect. I was like, oh man, I wish they kept the pipe sound. I need to use that, but so yeah, your special drains your health, but you can also regain health if you just by hitting people. So you see the green bar in my life, that's how much health you can get back. I just jumped off of them into the car, get slammed, get away from me. Okay, and we got like a little Street Fighter 2, almost like an homage here. Keep hitting that, and stars. So of course the stars are your special. So I'll actually do it now, because hers is like a rush. So hitting 2 buttons together, you do your ultimate special move that uses up a star. But stars are pretty scarce, so you know you want to be pretty conservative with it if you can. But yeah, this game is like I said, I'm on the Steam version. I'm like on the 6th mission or so. I'm pretty far in it. It's not a long game. You can finish it in one sitting pretty easily, like a couple hours, maybe 3 hours tops. Son of a bitch. I see I got a game over. See, I'm too focused talking, that's all. That's my excuse. But yeah, what I like too is that you can change characters either when you die or when you get to a new stage, so you don't, like, you know, the old games you were committed to a character from, well, actually no, you could choose new characters from the menu. Let's be Axel, classic. Axel's kind of the most balanced, like he's pretty much the Ryu of the series. But he was always my main in Streets of Rage in 2, always was a big Axel fan. Here's, you know, he's a lot more grizzled. It's been 10 years, he's seen some shit. He's got that same combo from Streets of Rage 2, the kind of Street Fighter-y, just tear him up combo. And then the spinny flame attack. And you see he's got like that's his flying special. If you jump, he gets that little rolly combo thing, which is great. But yeah, this game is if you're a fan of beat 'em ups, then I think this is pretty much a no-brainer. You can play with up to 4 players locally, but only 2 players online, I believe, which is a bit disappointing and kind of weird, but especially considering in the times that we live in where having friends over to your house is kind of an impossibility for the most part. But at least you can play with one other person online, so, you know, pick the friend that you care about the most, and then tell everyone else, you know, awkwardly explain to them why they were not chosen to play Streets of Rage, or just have multiple games going with multiple friends. But if you do happen to if you're able to get people over, you can do 4 players, which Streets of Rage traditionally has only been 2 players, so that's pretty cool. And, just knife this guy. Oh, I missed. I'm gonna hit someone with a knife real quick. Yeah. Yeah, so you can't catch the knives, like they disappear after a throw. Oh. Is this Y signal? Yeah, it is. Y signal, classic enemy. But yeah, you know, for people that don't like beat 'em ups, I don't know if this game will change all that much. Like, you know, it's even with the expanded moves, like it could probably still, you know, if you're not into mashing the same couple buttons over and over, maybe this won't be for you. But I've gotten the same feeling, and I said this on the Min-Max show, which you should check out. I appeared on the Min-Max show a couple days ago talking about this game, but I just feel this feels like a warm blanket game. Like I grew up playing these games like this, Double Dragon, Turtles in Time, the X-Men arcade game. Like, I'm a huge fan of brawlers. They're one of my they're just one of my like comfort food genres and games. And I feel like a little kid on a Saturday morning, me and my brother just sitting down after, you know, watching our cartoons and eating a big bowl of cereal, just going around punching dudes, cleaning up the streets. So that's Streets of Rage 4, guys. It's out now. Yeah, tell me what you think of it. If you like this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to hit me up, you can always follow me on Twitter. I'm at MarcusStewart7. That's the number 7. You can also follow me on Twitch. I'm at Marcus Streams Games. And you can also follow me on my personal website, marcuswritesAboutGames.wordpress.com. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Hey, if you're a Sailor Moon fan or love anime in general, be sure to check out a podcast by Moonlight. It's the podcast where I and co-host Jack Gardner watch every episode of Sailor Moon for the first time ever. We give a play-by-play breakdown of each episode, discuss and debate theories for where the show is headed, and, most importantly, make a bunch of stupid jokes and idiotic observations for your listening pleasure. Every Wednesday, you can listen to a podcast by Moonlight on Spotify and Libsyn, as well as follow the official Twitter account at APB Moonlight to keep up with new content. Moon, Prism, Power, Makeup, and subscribe.